Hey everybody, Tim Norris here, aka GreyElephant.
And Carmen Norris.
And welcome to another playthrough by GreyElephant Gaming. Wait, pause, you're saying, oh my god, I've already seen this video. Oh no, you haven't. Welcome to GreyElephant Gaming, where sometimes when we like games, we'll play them more than once. Plus,
especially if Tim loses on camera.
And I'm thoroughly convinced that she cheated in the first movie. So this is like Rocky 2, where, you know, Apollo cheated his way to victory in the first movie, so Rocky had to take a lot of steroids and get a lot stronger in the second one to beat him up. Yeah, that's exactly. Wait, well, that was the Russian that did that. I'm totally confused now. Anyways, the point is that Rocky won the second one. That's exactly who I believe I am. I had a dream, a vision. I was told I was the chosen one, bringing balance to the Force. I just won't choke Padme this time. All this good stuff,
You're the chosen one, and you're Rocky.
All this. I'm the tiger. I'm the tiger. All right, everybody, here we are. We're playing Crusaders again. And I know it's the rematch, right? And, of course, I am joined by my beautiful bride, Carmen.
Hi.
All right, so just real quick, I thought we would go over. We each took 4 nights. Really, you're only supposed to get 2 nights. You're supposed to select one. I gave 4 nights to each one of us because I thought that we would go through and I'd show you some of the other nights that are available in the game. So basically, like this guy right here, during setup, remove 1 action token from your wedge of your choice. Once per turn, when distributing action tokens, you may skip 1 wedge. So I would have 11 of these tokens instead of 12, and then I would be able to skip areas. It's pretty cool. It's a neat little feature. And I almost did go with that, actually. This guy here, during setup, place your 13th action token onto a wedge of your choice. When distributing action tokens, you may begin with the original wedge. What that means is that at the beginning of the game, you can customize your wedge, and then everybody follows suit. During setup, 2 wedges of your choice will have 1 action token. Once per turn, when distributing action tokens, you may place 2 on the same wedge. So basically, once again, I don't think that that's very exciting. I went with this guy. He has a permanent -1 on travel, but during setup, place 1 additional action token on each of your travel wedges. So I actually start with 14 of the action tokens, but of course, I'm always stuffed with the negative travel. So obviously for me, I'd probably want to try to unlock these travel abilities as quick as I possibly could. All right, so let's see what Carmen picked, and then we're going to get this game started.
Okay, first the ones that I rejected. This one would get +1 travel, +1 muster, +1 build, +1 crusade, +1 influence. Seems pretty cool, but then you only get 6 action cubes? I don't see the point of that at all. Okay, moving on. I'm not even sure I understand this one, but it lets you upgrade 1, and then you get to distribute your you get to begin with the original wedge instead of the wedge that you used. I'm supposing. I don't really see how that's beneficial. Okay, and then this one is during setup. In addition to your knight, you get an extra dude. He's over here that you put on the board, and then you get +1 travel. And I chose this one, the Order of Alcantara, I guess is how you say that. During setup, place your 13th action token onto the wedge of your choice. That is nice. I get 13. And then you get to upgrade 1. So I actually placed the extra action token on the wedge that I upgraded, which was travel and build. So now I can both travel and build on the same turn.
Well, lucky you. So I'm going to drop one of these knights out of my hand here.
Yeah?
Whichever one falls out, that'll be first player. And it's me!
Oh, man, you cheated. You totally cheated.
Oh, absolutely. I had 2 blue ones in there. All right, and then for me, I think what I'm going to do is do a build action. So I will move my 2 little cubes. I can do, at the moment, because I had a 2, so I can do either the church or the bank. I am going to go with the bank. I don't think that strategy worked very well for me in the last game, but who knows? We'll see this time if it does any better. So now I do have a permanent +1 build that I can try to take advantage of.
Okay, well, you know, the last game, it actually worked out really well, and I went with a farm the first time, even though I wanted to go with the bank, and I was disappointed that I didn't get to go with the bank, because the bank gives you +1 build. That seems like a pretty good deal, but +1 muster is a really good deal, so I don't know, maybe I should just stick to what worked last time, and just go ahead and build. Do the same thing as Tim because I'm boring.
You are boring.
There we go, and then I'll get +1 muster.
And you get 1 victory point, which I did collect my victory point.
Woohoo!
Bloop.
So there's my little building, my little farm.
Looks like a candy farm, I think is what it is.
Okay.
Well, doesn't it look like a candy farm?
My Lord Licorice now.
I want to eat those. Just
Licorice, licorice everywhere.
I don't know what these things are made
I don't
of.
know.
But
They
I want
look
to
like
eat them.
licorice.
Oh yeah, that's just it. I'd definitely eat them. All right, so what I'm thinking about doing is mustering because why not, right? So 1, 2, 3. That'll turn over my first little knight here. And that'll get me an additional influence point. So, all right, let's go back to Carmen and see what she does.
I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'll just do the easy thing and travel and build. So, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you go in here, I take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
You can build anything.
I can build anything.
I can
So,
build
do I want to get the +1 build, or I could even boost my muster up even more.
My goodness, no way.
I could do +1 influence by building a church. I don't see any point in unlocking my second knight because it's too early in the game. Like, I'm way over there at the edge of the board. So, yeah, we'll go with that.
Do a plus. Okay, you collect 1 influence.
1 influence point. And these are the prettiest
We know
influence
all about
points.
it. You talked. That's all you talked about in the
They're
last.
pretty. I hope they keep them.
You're so silly. All right, and then for me, I am going to do my travel action here. So remember, I'll always be -1, so I have 4 total travels. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to go 1, 2. Now, if I wanted to, I could move out of there, but I might just stay there because if I can defeat those guys, I could potentially, you know what, I will move. I'm going to go down to here. And the reason is because then I would have enough to be able to defeat them if I wanted to on my next turn. But you know what, now to think about it, we will stay just right there.
Alright, so I'm going to travel 1, 2, 3, 4. And I could actually move far. I didn't even consider that I could move pretty far.
Well, technically, it takes 2 movement points to move out of space
Right,
with them.
so I
you
can move
don't-
over to here.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll do that.
All right.
1, and then 2,
2,
3.
3. Yeah.
So, and the next time I shall crusade.
All right, and then for me, I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, but I am not going to perform the travel action. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to upgrade my crusade to a crusade and build.
Yep.
And now it goes back to Carmen.
It's time for my crusade! Dur, 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 dur. So there's 3.
Okay. That kills him.
3 is what is required
That'll
because
move
if you
that
look at the
down.
track,
That
and
gets
now
you
it's
3
4.
points. I'm going to give you a 5 if you give me those 2 ones.
Oh man, now I don't get to play with them. It's more fun to play with them. Alrighty.
All right, now I am going to do a crusade right here. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. So that is enough to defeat the Prussians. And, or I'm sorry, it's not the Prussians, it's the Saracens. Which means I will get this token and 6 influence points. And I get to immediately build my second bank, which also will give me 2 additional influence points.
It's a sweet deal.
I thought so too.
It's time to muster the troops. So that's 4, which it only requires 3, so 1 is wasted because 3 will turn this over. And because that is a level 1 troop, I get 1 influence point.
All right, and then for me, I am going to do influence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 influence points for just doing nothing but being awesome.
Yay! Guess what I'm doing?
Influence. Copy cat.
Yeah, because I'm just as awesome as you.
Now, how much did you get?
5.
Oh, yeah, we're equally awesome.
Woo!
All right, so now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I am going to muster my next knight. And that will give me 2 more additional influence.
Okay, I am going to do the travel and build action, which, let's see, I have 4 plus 1 build. And I am going to build a church. So that only costs 3 to build. So that leaves me with 2 to travel.
What did you just build?
A church.
Oh, here's a influence point.
So I get 1 influence.
Oh, sorry. Or maybe I'm not sorry.
Okay, I think I will head... I don't know where to go now. I will go...
Where do we go? Where do
See, I have 2, so I can't go very far, so I guess I'll go there.
Alright, so for me, I am going to do the travel. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But instead of actually traveling, I am now going to upgrade my travel crusade. So now I can move and kill. Mwah.
It is time for my second crusade. That is 3 for crusading. I have plus 1 the dude. I don't know what he does.
The dude.
Plus 1 something. And it takes 4, so that is 4, and that takes this and 4 influence points. Which I will take a 5 and put 1 back.
Alright, so I think what I will do is I'd like to try to, get right up into this area here. Carmen ended up defeating this Slav, so that's going to make it to where I need... Well, he should be on 5, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so it's going to take 5 for me to defeat him. And unfortunately, with my -1 travel, that kind of disrupted my plans of what I was going to do. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll just move up to this spot instead. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a travel and a crusade ability. So that means I do have enough to be able to move to this spot and defeat this guy, which only cost 3 power.
Do you have plus 1 travel? You have -1 travel and automatically.
I have enough of everything I needed to do what I needed to do.
Oh, because you've got muster. That's why.
Yes. So I did defeat him. So move that down to 4. I have 3, 1, 2, and 3. And we will go back to Carmen and see what she's going to do now.
I am upset because I'm not being efficient. Because building a church or a bank or a farm is only going to cost me 4. Actually 3 because I have plus 1 build. And look at all these cubes. They're going to be wasted. I don't like this. I don't like wasting cubes. I mean, I have 6 here.
What's up with that?
Alright, so anyway, we'll just pop these babies all around and build. And I guess I'll build this because that'll give me an extra point.
Okay. I got your point for you.
So that was 3 points.
Oh, well, I gave you 1 point, so.
Okay.
So on this space here, I am going to build. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. So I only needed to reach 7 to be able to build my 3rd bank. So that does give me 3 more influence points as well. And now I get plus 1 influence and plus 1 build. And we'll go back over to Carmen.
I'm going to do the easy thing like I did last time, go around the board, because I don't know what I'm doing. So. There, we're going to muster. That turns this dude over.
Because you have a plus 1 muster. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, you have actually plus 2. Nice.
Yeah, I have plus 2 muster, so I could have turned him over if I'd already had this one turned over. So that's 2 points because he's a level 2 troop.
Alright, so I just need to travel. So I'm going to go boop, boop, and we are just going to move right to here. That's it.
I'm going to travel, but I'm mad that I can't travel and crusade at the same time. But I feel like...
You got to unlock it, dude.
I know. So if I unlock it, though, then I can move any of them to unlock it, right?
Yeah, so you can do your travel and build right now if you wanted to, and then...
Why don't I just move these?
Do the influence, but not actually do it. Yeah. And now you can
And then I will
that.
upgrade this one.
There you go.
Now I can travel and build, or crusade, sorry.
Crusade and travel.
And these will stay there so I can use them next time.
Alright, so I am going to crusade and build, which truthfully after I beat them, it'll be a build anyways. So I need 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I had 7, 8 technically. So I will be able to defeat them again, so that'll get me this, 6 influence points, and then an additional influence point because I did the castle, which also unlocks my second knight, who will go right there.
Oh boy.
So,
this is why Tim wanted a rematch.
Vaya con Dios.
Okay, I'm going to travel and crusade, and I'm going to go up here. And so crusading, that requires 4. This is going to move down. And I actually had 7 because of my troops and everything, but well,
Wow.
I always have extra cubes. This is why I need to unlock the other actions. Okay, and then I get 4 influence points.
Alright, so I am going to do an influence, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I do gain an additional 1, so that's 6 total influence that I gain. And that's it for me. Go back to Carmen.
Okay, you see where I am? Building a church is going to get me 2 extra influence points, so that is what I'm going to do. And I can actually use my build action for that because 2, 3, and then 4, and then I have unlocked this one, and that gives me 4 more. Oh, well, actually, it gives me 6 more points. And my church is gonna go over here.
And my church don't go.
Woo! I have so much influence.
Alright, so I am just going to move these, floop, but I'm not actually going to crusade and build because I don't have the capacity to crusade and build. And what I want to do is upgrade my travel to a travel and build. Floop!
I'm going to muster the troops. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nicely done. There's your 3 influence.
Why do I get 3? Oh, because he was
He's
a
a
level,
level 3.
3. It's the level that gets you.
I know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy to look at that. Alright, and then I am going to move my influence token, but I am actually not going to take an influence action. Instead, I am going to upgrade my build action.
Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I should probably upgrade something. So I'll move these cubes, and then I will upgrade this so I can crusade and build. I feel like that's a wasted turn, but my cubes are just all...
I love wasted turns.
That's
for you.
not nice. Stop that.
Okie dokie. I'm going to do an influence. So 1, 2, oops, and 3. So that gets me 4 influence out of the pot. I know, I am so boring, aren't I? Doing boring stuff. But it'll get exciting here soon, I think. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm just going to do influence. And because I have +2, I get 5 influence points for doing that.
Okay.
That was a boring turn.
That was boring.
My turns are really boring.
So are mine. Now let's muster up some troops. This is going to be an exciting turn.
Exciting.
Muster! We're going to flip them over just like
Flip 'em
that.
over.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Big money, big
5. Muster! Was that more of an exciting?
That was more exciting.
Thank
Good job.
you. Thank you.
Alright, I'm going to take a travel and build action. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And travel 1, 2.
I'm a
And I will build the castle because it costs 1 less. And that's the only way I could do that was because I only had 4 build. So
I put your
Tim
second knight. I
took
did
care
everything
of
for you.
everything. I got influence points for that.
I'll take
I
care
got
of my
3
woman.
influence points, right? Is that how many you
You only
get?
get 1.
Oh, you only get one.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop
I keep
that.
looking at that instead.
I know.
Jeesh.
That's why you cheated the
All
last
right.
game.
And then, yeah, I don't think I did that
No,
last
because I had to control it last time, too. It's time to kill! 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 On the most exciting turn ever!
I don't even remember getting influence points from my buildings. Tim's just
three,
doing it all, and I'm just kind of like, oh,
5,
whatever.
6. So I have 6 travel and crusade. So it's going to cost me 2 to just move. So we're going to move right to here. And we're going to kill that dude. So let's see. That would cost, that was 2. Now I've got 4, 5, 6, 7. That's enough to kill this homie, which means I get 6 influence points. I get to place out my farm on that spot, which gives me an additional victory point as well. All right, that was cool. Now that was cool. Everybody, was that cool? I thought so too.
I'm going to travel. Boop.
Poop.
Boop. That was exciting.
All right, check this out. This is going to be awesome, man. So we're going to travel and build. So, of course, you always remember it takes me 2 to travel. So, 1 travel. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total cubes, okay? So
three
what
for build.
Well, just slow down there, Sparky. So what I'm going to do, how much I had 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1, so that's actually 2, 4. So I've got 1 cube, action cube left. We're going to put that towards build,
Yep.
which now, because that was a travel and build, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to build another farm right here. Boom, just like that.
Build
That's how
another
you do it. That's how you do it. This is how you do it.
You know I'm going to do something exciting. You
Got
know
mad
it.
at rapping skills.
Look at all those cubes. I'm going to crusade and build. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6.
6, 7, 8.
You're just gonna
Dang.
crusade like right where you're at.
I'm going to crusade right there, man.
So there's your
That's
6 for beating them.
6 for beating them.
And then you're building a farm, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. And it's an additional 3.
That farm gets built for free.
for free.
Yeah, and that is an additional 3. And now I have 1 + 1 influence and +1 muster.
You do.
Yes.
All right. I'm just going to do an influence. And I get 3, 4 total influence points. So I'm going to take a 5, put a 1 back. You guys saw that. You guys saw the exchange. I didn't
Oh,
cheat.
you cheated.
Unlike
Showed me
Carmen.
Let's muster those troops.
You got 6, right?
Yes, because that was 3, then 1, 2, 3.
And what does that get you? 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
Not 6.
I've been having trouble
It's
with these
okay.
influence
It's
points
okay.
this game.
All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and a 4, and we're gonna get 5 more influence points. Huh, that seems a little cheap, doesn't it?
Okay, it looks like travel and crusade would be pathetic, but I got all these troops. So we're gonna travel and crusade. We only need 1 cube to travel. 1 to crusade, because that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And I'm gonna go, I think I'll go here. And we'll take these out. That will get me 5 influence points, and that will move down.
Come on, troops, we can do this! And we're gonna muster another troop. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 more victory points. Oh my gosh, the game is, it's almost over, and I can feel it creeping in.
Gosh, this is killing me. I don't know what to do. I don't want the game to end before I unlock stuff. I don't know what to do, man.
I'm sorry.
I guess I'll just have to do influence because, I mean, that's
How much
good.
is it?
5,
6,
7, 8.
7, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of influence.
Okay. Yeah.
It's going to have to happen. I just don't see any way around it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I am going to travel to here,
Okay.
which means that I had 2 for travel, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to be able to attack. We're going to attack. Black, tack, 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 which will put my thingamabob there, my church. So I get a total of 7 victory points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which means this is probably the last turn of the game, and if not, Carmen will suffer.
That's how this game works. I have 4 cubes over here for build. I'll have +1. I only have 5. 5 for build. And look what it takes to build this. It takes 6.
Yep.
There's not a darn thing I can do about it.
Nope.
Not a thing. Oh, that stinks so
Well, you don't have
much.
to end the game. If you want it to go one more round, you can allow it to go one more round. There's nothing...
Won't you end the game?
No, because it gets equal turns, hon. You know that. Because you went second.
But then, if I don't end the game,
I'm going to
Tim's
get
probably
more
gonna get
influence.
just-
Yeah, there's no doubt. I'll end it for sure. It's just a matter of what you end up deciding to do.
Okay, well, I'm looking at what you are.
I'll do influence. I'll collect influence, which I'll get 4 tokens.
You'll get 4?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And that guarantees then your next turn will be your last.
Sheesh.
So you have to decide, is it worth not just building now and trying to go for the next round to build and allowing me to gain 4 influence for nothing? Or is it better for you to just build now so that I don't gain that?
Okay, if I build now, I'm only gonna get...
You could get three victory points. Four technically, because you could get an additional 1 if you build.
Okay, so I could get 4 if I end the game
If
now.
you bring the camera over here so that they understand.
Yes.
Because that is the church right there. So
Right.
you would gain an extra victory point for that.
So if I then I could get 4. If I
Right.
wait, then I will get
You get 3.
5,
Okay, no, you would get 4,
4, 5.
5, 6. Right? Is that... Oh, for the farm. You're doing the farm. Yeah, you'd get 5.
And then I would get 1 VP per knight and troop, which would give me another 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
So basically, it's 1 point difference. It's a 1
Yep.
point difference.
Yep. So you're almost better to just go ahead
Is it worth it for a 1 point difference to make it go further? Yeah, I don't know. Tim's gonna win anyway. Look at all that. He's got a ton of victory points.
Go away.
There's no way
Stop counting my points.
1 point's not gonna make that. I'll just
It might. I don't know. Just decide what you're doing.
I should go for the 1 point. You know how it is. You should always. So,
You got 66 points right now. I've got 10, 20, 30. This is why there should probably be screens. So I got 40, 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72.
so there's no point.
And then I would end up
It'll-
having 4 more, so that put me at 76. And then what did you have?
66.
So you had 66, that would give you 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, right? You'll end up winning the game if you make it go another round.
Yeah, because I'm also gonna get these.
And I'll get one of... Right. Well, it'll be close. Just...
It'll be close.
Go, make it go another round.
Do
It's
it.
fine.
Let's do another round. All right. So these are just gonna move for no reason because. Wait.
Oh, boy. You really didn't think this
Oh wait, no.
through,
There's
did you?
4 and then there's 4, so it's the same deal. Okay. And see, I can upgrade something. Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade this. Oh wait, let's upgrade this one because I'm gonna use it next because that's exciting. Woo!
I'm used to that. So, really, I mean, truthfully, she will end it on her turn. And if I could, I would try to travel and try to build, but unfortunately, I'm locked in everywhere. I've got all this on Crusade and build, which unfortunately, once again, ain't doing me a lick of good. So I will just do the influence, which means I will collect 4 total influence out of here. So 1, 2, and then I'll collect 2 more out of the supply. That'll end it for me, and then it goes to Carmen to finish up the game.
Yay! 5 and 6. So I'm going to build this. That gets me 4 points. That gets me an additional point. So it's 5 points right now for building that.
So that's 5. Okay. And then, so now we can just go ahead and score end game.
Sure.
So if we look up here, you have the most of these guys, so you gain that.
Yep.
I have the second most, so I gain that. You gain that. I do not gain that because I did not defeat any of them guys.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I just noticed that there's a 2 and... Oh, all tied players. I see. And then I gain this one, and then you gain that one. All right. And then end game bonuses. You did unlock this one here, so you get plus 1 BP per knight and troops. I'd give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional. All right.
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it count that one as well? I guess it does, yeah. Okay, so there you go. So let's just count up our points. We'll see who won.
All right.
All right, so final score, I had 83 and
89.
89.
I am still more holy than you.
I think you're definitely something more than me. Yeah, that was rather interesting. Let's talk about this in our conclusion on how we think that you possibly pulled that victory out. Very impressive. Well done. Well,
I'm like Joan of Arc.
you know, the thing about this is that, I mean, I feel like there is a sin that's attached to the fact that you feel like you're pious and you're holier than thou. Didn't Jesus talk about this somewhere? It's somewhere in the book, and I know it is. You know,
There is.
you know, you without fault cast a stone or something like that.
Thank you, Lord, that I'm not like
Give it
him.
up. This was interesting because I deliberately went into this game with the focus that I was going to defeat as many of the guys that'll let you build for free as I possibly could.
Because I took advantage of that last game. I cheated. Yeah.
Yes, you only defeated 2 of them in our last game.
Right.
But the point is that I deliberately was going for those. I wanted to try to get my second knight there in the middle. Having that -1 travel, it hurt me tremendously in this game.
It hurt you a lot.
I don't think I'd ever want to play with that knight again because it kept hindering my ability to try to move and try to conquer guys, and I kept having to take extra turns to just try to set myself up for that action.
I don't think I would have been hurt by -1 travel because I always had extra cubes. Always had extra cubes. Either that or I couldn't afford to do it at all. And I don't know what I was doing wrong. It was a bad game, in my opinion, because I was never able to utilize my cubes as well as I should have been able to.
It was a bad game for her, but she still won.
But I still won.
What does that say about me? That's what I guess that's what we're getting at here, right? It's like,
no, it's just
no, honey,
I mean, the
don't feel bad.
-1 travel hurt you.
It did. That was a tremendous blow, and I don't think I would ever. There's even a knight that is -1 on every single one of the attributes, or a positive. I'm sorry, he's a positive on all of the attributes, but you only get 1 cube per each one of the wedges.
I know.
And once again, I just don't quite wrap my mind around why I would even want to mess with that.
With only 1 cube, I don't know. I don't think I would want to do that.
I think those knights that we had in our very first game,
they were the best.
They seemed like
I was able to upgrade 3 wedges. This game, I was like, man, I was only able to upgrade 1 wedge. This stinks. I'm not able to fully utilize my cubes this way.
Upgrading 3 wedges was like way OP in my opinion. Now that I look back on this,
he's the best one.
He's the best. He's the best, Jerry. He's the best. So this game was really very back and forth. I actually thought I did have you at one point in time, but you did somehow sneak victory points into your pile and thus claim the victory somehow. I wasn't paying attention. She takes long on her turns deliberately because then she knows I get bored and I look at my phone and I think that's when she sneaks victory tokens. Is that what happens?
Probably,
yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, I was actually trying to upgrade the farm and the church all the way, and it just wasn't possible, especially because I only had 1 bank built, so I only had +1 build. I was never able to build because of that. It was really hindering me.
In our last playthrough, I got to, all my banks built, and this one I got 3 out of the 4, and I need to find a different strategy. It's not working.
Yeah, building. But then I was hurting because I only built one bank, so who knows?
So once again, let's talk about. It's still on Kickstarter. People are still pledging. Blah blah blah. Now, one thing that the designer of this, he designed another game. I want to look for that real fast while Carmen's talking. Keep talking, Carmen.
What other game did he design?
You know what other game he designed? Talk about it. He designed another game that we really like, Terra Prime. Remember this one?
Yeah, that's like my favorite game of all time, pretty much. I mean,
my God, seriously, you went there. Favorite game of all time?
I'm sorry.
Seriously? Okay.
Hey, this is going to be my number 2 favorite game of all time. You know.
Oh boy, this just jumped the shark. Hey, everybody, look, Fonzie's on skis.
It's on Kickstarter. No, I've always loved Terra Prime.
Okay, so what I was getting at was that we are a fan of this designer. He did this one. He did Imminent Domain, which was
because I like to travel and I like to upgrade things. So both of these games have the traveling and upgrade things going on for them. So,
with this one, we're getting beyond what I was getting at. But anyways, the point is that we're a fan of the designer.
You told me to talk. I'm talking. I'm sorry.
All of his games we have really enjoyed, except for the expansions of Imminent Domain. They stunk. But anyway, the point that I'm making is we do like the designer. Now, he reached out and he was asking people to try to compare this game, Crusaders, because it uses the rondelle, to games like Trojan. You remember Trojan?
I do remember Trojan.
Terra Mystica, all right? Not Terra Prime, not Terra Prime, but Terra Mystica.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
And the weightiness and the decision making. I still feel like out of the 3 that he mentioned, that this is by far the lightest out of the 3, with Terra Mystica being the heaviest, Trojan probably being second most, and then Crusaders. And I'm sorry, let me finish real fast. One of the other reasons why I think that this is the case is because this game, as you see, plays very quick. We typically, most of your decisions are very fast. Even when I say that I was waiting for Carmen to take her turns really did not take her that long. Whereas in the other 2 games, the turns are very long. They're very meticulous. Especially in Terra Mystica, you have to pay very close attention to everything that's going on with the priests on the board, with your digging. I mean, each faction has different abilities outside of just a different knight. This is nothing like that, even though it uses the rondelle sort of style with the bowls of power. So, anyways, go ahead.
Terra Mystica is definitely a heavier game than this one, definitely. I actually think this, as far as heaviness, I would say it's equal to Trojan. Trojan, I think maybe you have a bit more variety of things to do, but this one you definitely do have a lot of decisions to make, and you do need to pay attention to your rondelle in order to make sure that you're able to do the actions that you need to be able to take. I prefer this to Trojan. Am I allowed to say that?
Oh, yes, and I do too. Absolutely.
This.
Trojan's in my opinion.
I don't think it's because it's lighter. I just think it's because it's more exciting.
Well, you just said you would compare it equal to Trojan, but now you're saying because it's lighter.
No, I'm saying it's not lighter. That's not why I prefer it.
Okay. I think it is lighter.
I just think it's more exciting. I think that,
there's
more action in this one than Trojan.
Yeah, and the board's growing on me. I don't think it's quite the piece of rusty garbage as I originally thought that the board was. It's grown on me. I don't mind the board so much now.
I would still prefer it to be a bit more colorful.
I would definitely prefer color. But, once again, if we want to compare it to Trojan, Trojan was looking at molasses slowly coming out of a tree. It's just like there's the most non-exciting board as well. So this one, I really think if you want to try to compare it to those 2, Terra Mystica would still always be my all-time favorite out of those 3. This one is a definite second, where Trojan would slip. I almost said definite 2 times in a row, and I hate it. I sound like Rain Man sometimes. It would be it'd be third on that list. I'm not going to say definitely.
I agree, but this is lighter than Terra Mystica, so that makes it to where it's...
But doesn't that make it a little bit better because of that, though?
Yes, it makes it to where I'm more likely to play this than Terra Mystica.
Yeah, and that's what I thought, too, because it's a quicker pace of a game. You're not sitting there waiting and bored, waiting for your turn in this. Turns go pretty darn fast. And a lot of times, especially when somebody starts defeating the other races, I'm just going to call them blue and brown, and then they advance it on the track to where now they're harder to defeat, Man, that stinks so bad when that happens.
I love that. That's part of the strategy. Make sure your opponent can't get them.
Well, no, I mean, I like it, but my point is that those are the things you got to pay attention to.
Right.
And that's what I do enjoy about this game. I really think this is a really, really well-designed game. I do like this quite a bit. I think it's a lot of fun trying to unlock the buildings, trying to unlock additional abilities for your character to try to take advantage of. And as you're moving the cubes around on the rondelle, when do you decide to upgrade the wedges? When do you decide not to?
Right.
I like this one quite a bit.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm still learning this game. Like, I had a wasted turns, I felt like. And I also, you have to decide what you're going to upgrade.
And I'm so sick and tired of every time we start this game, Carmen gets to upgrade one of her wedges right off the bat. I want to start sticking her with a knight and just saying, this is what you get.
You get this knight that gives you negative everything.
You get the knight that just came fresh. He's got like a trash can, just hanging over him instead of armor, a wooden sword, and a couple of coconuts instead of a horse.
Oh man, I would totally rock that knight. That'd be the best knight ever.
Yeah, if that was ever going to be a stretch goal, they need to make a stretch goal with the Monty Python. That would be amazing.
Yes, with an attack bunny. I have an attack bunny.
There needs to be a little cave somewhere on this board with a bunny. It's just a stupid bunny. Anything more you want to say to try to wrap this up, or are you pretty good?
I think we are good.
All right, so she thinks we're good. I think I have more to say, but I feel like I'm kind of rambling too.
You are.
Yeah, all right, so you guys got to check this out. It's still on Kickstarter. You guys can go check it out there. Once again, I want to make sure that you guys are reminded that we are not paid for this review. In fact, there was no real reason that we even did a second video on this other than the fact that we just liked the game.
Yeah, we just wanted to.
Yeah, we wanted to do the rematch because I lost.
I had no idea it was the same designer as Terra Prime, so that was why I was just kind of like, oh my god, I love Terra Prime!
Surprise. Yeah. All right, so anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.